Man, just imagine doing the whole 24 with your boy Ghost, man. Me. You feel that? Your life would be like a movie, man. Like a movie, bro. Unbelievable. We finna get into it though, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell y'all why your boy Ghost out. Lost in the Hudson, bro. I mean, I can't say like most of y'all be like, what he doing in New York? People still be asking. But I mean, most people know I'm in New York. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really talking for the ones who like questioning like what I'm doing. Like, what he doing in New York? I'm talking really, or I'm gonna tell a story about me being lost out here, man. Just being lost in the Hudson, bro. You know what I'm saying? Being trying to be held back, kept back. Sick of police on me and stuff. Yeah, man. We lost on the Hudson, man. 24 hours with your boy Big Ghost Rider. What y'all on, man? We doing everything off the chat tonight. What y'all on? Man, for the first time I ever went live streaming earlier today, I fell asleep on the live stream, bro. Like literally. If somebody knew where I was, bro, and they was trying to bum me off earlier, they could have done it, bro. I fell straight asleep on the live stream. I ain't never did that before, but that's how tired I am, man. You know what I'm saying? I hear justice fighting, like real live justice fight. It's like, man, look, every other day or something, I'm getting a new lawsuit against a new police department. Every other day. I promise you, this is my third lawsuit. Third one. Against third city, third police department, third different state. So you can't say that I'm doing this to myself. Whoever's saying I'm doing this to myself, they just crazy. This is happening to me. It's not like I'm going to look for some nonsense and then I'm getting in trouble. It's like the police, they just running up on me. Man, what's up? Sasta edition? What's happening, man? Look, y'all do me a favor, man, because I feel like I don't get enough support on this channel. Y'all go ahead and double tap that screen for Ghost Rider, man. You know what I'm saying? If you're on a cell phone, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to donate to the channel, man, all y'all have to do is hit that button with that $sign in it. I think it'll ask y'all if y'all want to give some rewards or something like that, man. You know, y'all show some love to your boy Big Ghost Rider, man. Your boy Big Ghost Rider out here fighting for justice. I really am, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm really out here fighting for justice, man. Man, see, look, I said this before, man. Y'all have all kind of different podcasters. If you got a podcaster and that podcaster was in the military, you know what I'm saying? I have mad respect for a podcaster who was in the military. What's up, Jeff Jones? What's up, my boy? Somebody said, look like I'm fighting sleep, man. Nah, man. Sometimes you have to fight sleep. Y'all know President Trump, they said sometimes he only sleeps 4 hours a day. Elon, all the great ones, they don't get to sleep, man. When we die, man, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get this work done, man. That's what we trying to do with Legal Wars Live, at least. We definitely trying to get a lot of work done, man. A lot of work done. But man, what's up, man? What's good? Like, I just want to come on here, man, jump on here, talk to the family. I say, man, 24 hours. Oh, man, Dane T3 says it's his birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Dane 3Ts. Y'all say happy birthday to that man right now. Everybody put a happy birthday into that man. Happy birthday, Dane. Happy birthday, Dane. You feel me? That's how we do it around here. Showing love. Professors say I'm tough, man. I'm not tough, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm a human just like you, man. I cry just like you, bro. On everything I love, bro. I bleed just like you. You know what I'm saying? I feel sad just like you. I feel abandoned just like you, bro. Like, bro, you laughing. We can have a whole therapy session right now. Like, I'm not talking to my pops right now. Bro, that shit break my heart. You understand that? I'm a man. It's like that was mistakes that was made that you feel that? You could laugh, that's real though. I'm a man. This the same man, bro. I'll bust somebody in the face, but I'ma just tell it what it is. This is what authentic look like. Bro, I cry just like anybody else. I get happy like everybody else. I get crunked up like everybody else. I make mistakes like everybody else. I'm just like everybody else. That's the thing people don't have. People don't have empathy or they don't have compassion to be able to realize that about others, to be able to see the humanity in others. They expect you to live by a standard they'll never live by. They expect you to be perfect. They want you walking perfect. Like, that's cool and everything to want the best for somebody, but like, look at yourself, boy. You ain't perfect either. Ain't no man perfect but God, bro. And that's factuals. Y'all tell me what I said wrong, man. Real talk, man. If y'all haven't liked the video, make sure y'all like the video. If you on a cell phone, double tap your screen. It's free to show your boy some love. You know what I'm saying? So Vu Chili said happy birthday. Jason says happy birthday. George says crack a egg on my head for the boys, man. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't entertain you like that. Lucy, I'm okay, baby. You feel what I'm saying? I just be expressing myself, man. I'm a very expressive person, man. I'm not a fake dude. I'm just showing them that I got feelings too. I got problems too. I'm dealing with problems too. Yeah, I'm filing lawsuits and I'm fighting cases and I'm getting it in. But I'm a man. I got problems. Boy, say I ain't put in no work. Boy, you crazy as you don't know what. I got a court coming up, bro, in like 2 weeks. What you talking about? Bro, it's the 29th. Literally 14 days, federal court. You ain't put in no work. That's where my work is to put in at. Like, I spent some time on my health. If I'm gonna spend some long-term longevity time, like in my health, I'm gonna go to a facility where I have my phone and I can have my freaking laptop. Cause I got work to do, man, like regular stuff in life that I'll be having to do. You feel that? You know what I'm saying? So I can't just go somewhere and tap out for 30 days. You know what I'm saying? I could tap out for 5 days, for a week. But I'm saying if you talking about me tapping out for 30 days or something like that, I'm gonna have to have my laptop. I'm gonna have to have my somebody said, what's the charge? Cool Baby said, what's the charge? We weren't charged with nothing, Cool Baby. They couldn't have no charges. It ain't nothing to charge us with. You know what I'm saying, Cool Baby? Cool Baby said he jaywalked in the post office. Basically, something like that, something real stupid. You know what I'm saying? You get me for something from Mississippi that in Houston, Texas, they never fool with me about. You know what I'm saying? Saying something expired. Man, but it ain't nothing now. You talking about a charge? I ain't worried about that at all. No little weak stuff like that, bro. Listen, I'm a justice fighter. Look, y'all gotta understand. This gonna keep happening. This ain't nothing new to me. I ain't trying to act like Malcolm X or something now. I'm Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't new to me though, and I know that as long as this dude is president, it's gonna keep happening because he gonna keep challenging authority. It feel like I'm challenging authority, but President Trump challenging authority because he challenging the Constitution. Constitution got the power. He just haven't realized that yet. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep staying the 10, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. We was talking about a whole totally different other conversation. She's trying to play me like I'm Superman. I'm not Superman, bro. I'm just a regular dude. Like, hey, look, I'm making the conscientious choice to fight for justice, man. That's what I'm doing. I could have went the easy route. I could have went the route to lay down and sit down and be down like everybody else. But I said, man, I can't do that, man. I'm gonna stand up. I'm staying 10 and fight. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fight, bro. I'm gonna fight. I got 3 cases now. You know what I'm saying? I got another case, a family member had. That's really 4 cases. These are the 4 biggest cases of my life. These 4 cases, I got one cranking up in 14 days. These cases bigger than any case I ever had in my life. But I mean, I had to go through a little something to get the cases, but that's just what it is. I'm in battle mode, boy. You already know, big Ghost Rider. I've been known, boy, to lay a couple right hooks, man, to make some boys' face bleed. You feel me? This big Ghost Rider, baby. Who you? Big Ghost Rider, baby. This big Ghost Rider. Man, listen, if y'all want to go ahead and show your boy some love, y'all can hit that button with that $ in it. Now, it's late night. I'll start reading y'all comments, man, but come on, man. Y'all can't be being lame, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll play some good content in the background. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what we got. Could Americans forecast the future? You say, who my daddy? My daddy is Gregory Dixon Sr., bro. I love my pops, though. Real talk. His name, Gregory Dixon Sr. I'm Gregory Dixon II. He's senior, but he ain't no ghostwriter, though. He might have trained ghostwriter, old sensei. You feel me? But it's big ghostwriter, yeah. If you don't know, you finna find out. Creators need creators. That's right. I'm live right now too. That's right. And I see the hustle in here, bro. I stay hustling. 24/24. You know what I'm saying? Like I take some time off after Christmas. You know what I'm saying? As far as the somebody putting handcuffs on me or arresting me or something like that, that's just some stuff I go through all the time, bro. I'm a legal fighter. That ain't no big deal. I ain't crying about that. Never shed one tear. Look, I didn't really get arrested though. I just went and worked on my health a little bit, which is necessary. So whenever I coming back from whenever I was in the hospital, you know, the doctors, say I need about 3 weeks of recovery because the nurses is loving me, saying the best part of the day is my half. Feeding me breakfast and giving me a sponge bath. Hey, shout out to all my homegirls though. Boy, we used to get them big old fat juicy swimps. Them jumbo swimps. That's hey look, that's what we called it, bro, man. I'm talking about 5 days, you know what I'm saying? I went to the hospital for real though. I had the doctors, they loved me over, man. You know what I'm saying? They tried to make sure I was straight, make sure everything was good with me. And I'm appreciative of that. Very appreciative of that. I feel like that's what I needed in my life at this time. 10,000%. definitely. But, you know, it was time to push on. I had some other things out here to handle. I got a whole lot of casework, man. That's what you got to realize. I have a case from I filed from back in July or August from Mississippi. You know, that's the very first case that I filed that got me on this journey in the first place, man. And I'm saying coming the second week of January, I'm having a pretrial conference on that case. So that case is about to come active, about to come live. But you know what I'm saying? Before that case come live, it's like it's so many other distractions. I got a Connecticut distraction. Now I got a New York distraction that didn't even have to be a distraction, but they making it a distraction. You know what I'm saying? All they had to do really is just be like, hey man, we made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like we just like they did before New York, but this time they want to make it a deal. And they know I don't know what it's gonna say. They gonna get sued, you gonna lose. I don't understand it. But that'll give me 3 fresh lawsuits. I got another lawsuit that somebody that I did some work for before, they got that case. The attorney got that case. I'm locked in cotton in the 26, man, with 4 biggest cases of my life. 4 different states. 3 of them in federal court. Well, 3 different states, excuse me. Mississippi, Connecticut, and New York. 3 of them in federal court, 1 in state court. 1 of them an attorney had. You know what I'm saying? Over 200 and actually all the $1 million on the table. You know what I'm saying? From my cut, you know what I'm saying? I could see over 200,000 off the cases. I probably won't see 200,000. You know, I'm praying I see over $60,000, $70,000 in 2026 off these 4 cases. You know what I'm saying? But I could see 200,000, over 200,000. That's what I'm working on, baby. Legal wars. What y'all got, man? You know what I'm saying? Somebody, Cider Mode is from Angola, says, what's up, what's up, what's up? Man, I don't ride no Johnsons. What Johnsons I be riding? You can't tell me one Johnson that I be riding. I ain't never rode a Johnson in my lifetime, boy. That's not who I am. That's not how I get down, man. I know it's late, early in the morning, man, but I thought y'all was gonna come out here cooking or something, man. Y'all on here lazy, man. Y'all lazy, man. Ghost Rider, he's just giving y'all the 411, man. You know what I'm saying? What I got going on 24 hours with your big boy Ghost Rider. My boy Devontae says, how do I fight depression, man? I fight depression with worship. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get tagged, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know how much I could play of this, but this is how I fight depression, man. If you want to know, I ain't trying to be no Christian stream, but he asked me a question, so I'm gonna give him an answer. You feel? That's who Ghost Rider is. That's why people love me, man. He asked me a real question. I'm gonna give him a real answer on the spot. My boy asked me, how do I fight depression? How do I fight depression? This is how I fight depression. On everything I love. That's what I like about these ghost streams. There's a table that you prepared for me. So somebody prepared a table for me? Oh my goodness, in the presence of my enemies. This table is in the presence of my enemies. You know what I'm saying? That boy a warrior, man. I'm a fighter, big Ghost Rider. That's why I call myself a big Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying? You ask me, how do I fight depression? That's how I do it, man, with praise and worship to Jesus. Man, if y'all hadn't liked the video, man, y'all go ahead and double tap the screen for your boy Ghost Rider, man. Y'all kicking it with Big Ghost in the AM, baby. What time is it? Where you from, baby? Hey, babe, what's up, baby? What you got going on? What you got good cooking? Ball Street, what's up? What's up? He said Psalm 23, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, at all times do I walk through the valley. I always walk. You don't understand. Look, y'all would say, thank God that he let me live another day. I'm a warrior. I'm a fighter, bro. Like me living another day is the least of my concern. It's a certain mission that God got me on. I got a certain number of battles. I got a certain number of battles that he got me to win. So it's so many victories that I in the course of a day before I get to thanking God for letting me live another day, another hour, another year, another minute. I thank him for all of that at once. But most of that time, I'm going to be trying to think. I got battles to win. I got to win a case against Ocean Springs. You feel that? I got to win a case against Connecticut. I'm still in the middle of this battle here in Sleepy Hollow, but I'm saying I'm going to have to win a case against them because they're going to get sued if they can't get out of this thing the right way. So you gotta understand that, like, I got a case that my one of my family members got that, you know what I'm saying, trying to get paid off of it. It's like one of the biggest cases of my life, bro. I get 20 rates off of it easy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, but yeah, like you ain't gonna say nothing about me thanking God for allowing me to live. God have battles for me to fight. You know what I'm saying? The day before, I started getting harassed by the police again. You know what I'm saying? I was telling somebody about Jesus. That's what happened with Charlie Kirk. It's like the devil always want to attack you whenever you want to do something for God. But like I told you, I'm a fighter. I'm a soldier, bro. I'm ready for it. Like the way they come for me, man, they come for me like cowardly. Like Cynthia, the cowardly dragon. You know what I'm saying? They come for me like they trying to like sicken the police at me and stuff. Like, man, they keep sicking polices at me, man. I don't know what to say or what to do, man. What time is it where y'all from, man? What time is it up in this joint, man? You know what I'm saying? What time in this joint, man? Shit. Ain't nothing but 2:30 a.m. Eastern, so it's 1:30 a.m. Central. You know what I'm saying? I might take it for a walk here in a second, go get us a cup of coffee real quick. You know what I'm saying? How many people want some coffee, man? What y'all want me to play in the background while I go walk up there and get me some coffee, man? But I'm telling you, Ghost Rider, this is pretty much my life. But I'm going live with y'all more than what I do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, Bailey. She says Eastern, Ball Street. I'm going live with y'all more than I usually do. You know what I'm saying? Usually I ain't really live like. But this, man, y'all seen it, bro. I got up in here at 6. You know what I'm saying? It's later than I used to, bro. I was like downtown, man. Like in Osling or whatever. You know, I ate Asian food, like smashed out, grubbed out. You know what I'm saying? I got the Uber, got up here to the hotel room, man. Just had to post up. But, I went live. You know what I'm saying? I missed the live stream. I fell asleep on the live stream for about 4.5 hours, bro. I was live. You know what I'm saying? And then I really did get that real nap that I was taking on the live stream. And then it's like 2:30 a.m. Eastern. I'm right back live again. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to rock out with y'all for a couple of hours. I probably ain't going to fall asleep on the live stream this time. You know what I'm saying? And then I really do got to get into the business, man, because I got documents that I got to mail out. I got documents that I got to do, and I got a card to go retrieve. Yeah, I got to retrieve the BMW. Got to retrieve it, bro. That's why your boy up in the hotel rooms, they got me in the, you know what I'm saying, like little hospitals and the hotel rooms and the rehab facilities or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Goes right on the journey, though, but I'm still fighting, though. What up, mine? You feel me? I'm still fighting, baby. You know what I'm saying? I still go inside a boy grill in a heartbeat, you know. I still it's big Ghost Rider, baby. What's up with it though, y'all? Mike Hunt, what's up, my Nigerians? Hey, to all my Nigerians though in here, bro. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Nigerians, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my dudes who Muslims. My boy Richard Jackson, he a Muslim, man. Muslim. Real talk, I know a lot of Muslims. I know how that boy BG say, what's up, baby gangster? Y'all remember Baby Gangsta in his old days. BG said, I know people who know people. They give me work from overseas, so I don't have to owe people. He said, I know Arabs, they know Arabs. I get that work from overseas and on the app, baby. Bro, we good with every. Look, I don't have to come to New York to be good with every culture, bro. I've been good with every. Look, in New York, some people up here still ain't good with every culture. You got racist people up here to tell you the truth. But I'm saying your boy Ghost Rider from Mississippi, from what some people call racist, and this, I got more love for the whole everybody, bro. I ain't got no racism in me, man. I got love for everybody, bro. That's on everybody. That's on everything. You know what I'm saying? So, man, what y'all got going on, man? I figured we might could get into some little news. My girl Paula says she from the NO. What's up, Paula, baby? You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I was all off in the hospital, man. The females, they were giving me so much love, man. So much attention, man. So much love, man. I hadn't got that much love and attention, man, from, you know what I'm saying, about 4-5 females. You know what I'm saying? You know, look, I feel, you know, Ghost Rider who Ghost Rider is, but I'm saying that was like, you know, because we was in this little place. But you had the little people hating whoever they were hating. But when it came down to the end of it, you know what I'm saying, I am who I am. He said, why Netanyahu and Washington for the 4th time in a year, man? I played that earlier, man. I think we played something about BB, man. Like, he talking about BB Netanyahu. So let's look that up. I'll play that while I go get some coffee. I appreciate that. I'll pinch your comment. We're talking about BB in Washington. Man, I'll give y'all my little rundown real quick, man. To me, people be hating on the Jews, man. Man, is BB all the way copacetic? No. Is the Jews all the way copacetic? No. Can the Jews probably be doing some crooked stuff? Yeah. Well, what human beings ain't got some kind of corruption or something going on? Somebody always got something going on. Black people do stuff that ain't right. White people do stuff that ain't right. Chinese people do stuff that ain't right. We all do stuff that ain't right. So you come in with some Jew hatred talking about the Jews or this and that. Man, I understand where you coming from. If you just don't like the Jews, you just don't like BB Netanyahu. But I'm saying, you really, in my opinion, you can't hate on BB because he just doing what he do. If you was a Jew, what would you be doing? If you was BB Netanyahu, what would you be doing? You'll be doing the same thing, bro. You'll be trying to get favor. Look, people ain't BB Netanyahu, and they trying to get favor with President Trump. People ain't Israel and trying to get favor with President Trump. You know what I'm saying? So, BB trying to get favor with President Trump, I don't see what the big deal about that. So there has been a claim, breaking news, of an attack on Pube's home. I don't know if y'all believe that. I'm gonna try to cut it up for y'all. They interviewing BB, President Trump and BB. We played this earlier.
With Hamas, so one of the things we'll talk about certainly, but
I don't know why everybody be hating on BB, bro. Listen, I have my own opinion of Mr. Netanyahu and him not being all the way copacetic on some things. We all have opinions of BB. You see what I'm saying? BB is a war leader. He's a warlord. He's a war president. He's been fighting wars for a long time. What y'all have to understand before y'all start hating on Israel, you gotta understand the history of Israel. Israel has been pushed out of their land 3 times, thousands of years. Pick up in the New Testament or in the Old Testament, they were getting promised that land that they were in, and when God promised them 400 years they were in the desert and God promised them that land and they went into Israel to Jerusalem. You know that after God promised them the land in the Bible, they got pushed out again. So in the 80s they were, back in the 50s or 60s, they get back to Israel for the second or third time, and they getting all the Jews back from all over the world to get back into Israel. Because I'm saying BB trying to stand 10, because if he don't, they going to get pushed out again. So a lot of people hate on the Jews, man. Like, it's a lot of stuff that the Jews do, that BB do, that he shouldn't do, that is wrong, and that he goes overboard. But you know what I'm saying? We're going to put on a press conference right now, BB Netanyahu, so all the people coming in here, I'm going to let you guys know what this is.
people can come in. Come on over, fellas. We had a big meeting with a lot of people.
Hold on real quick. Hold on, guys. So guys, y'all know I was just gonna get down here and chill with y'all. We do the ghost stream, but you know what I'm saying? Somebody had said something about BB. We was talking about BB earlier. You know what I'm saying? Because Israel is coming to America, or Israel is in America right now. BB is in DC. People are always talking about BB, the Israeli influence, yada, 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 yada. So what I'm going to do for y'all right now, I'm going to give y'all the press conference. Don't listen to what people say. You can see for yourself.
We had a big meeting with a lot of people.
President Trump,
from Israel,
BB Netanyahu. They're both in front of the cameras, and they'll answer any questions y'all have about the Israel-American relations and what's going on. You don't have to listen to Tucker and Candace and Nick Fuente. Listen to the horses from the horse's mouth, then go listen to them and get the analysis. Listen to Ghost, get the analysis.
Over here for a couple of days, and maybe we'll be surprising us on New Year's Eve. That'll be fine. And it's wonderful seeing you and Sarah and your whole group. Very talented group. We've done very good work together, and it'll continue. So thank you very much, baby.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
I have to say that in addition to what I said, that we've never had a friend, even close friend, as President Trump in the White House. I think has been extraordinary in his friendship and his support for Israel, his principled positions, his willingness to just cut through, to get to the essence of things. And I don't say that as a compliment. I just mean it. People have heard me say that behind your back, Mr. President, many times. But I want to say something else. I think we have a partnership, if I can quote you, second to none. I think it's allowed us to do enormous things. You know, people said there was a different conception at one time, which means that America can advance its interests in the Middle East if it opens a lot of daylight between it and Israel. And President Trump has done the exact opposite. He's achieved remarkable things in the Middle East because we work together. We talk about our ideas. Sometimes we have different ideas, but we work it out. And most of the time we see eye to eye. But it's been a remarkable experience, and this was a very, very productive meeting. And may I say, a very good lunch. Thank you. Thank you for your friendship.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for your support. It's been from the heart.
Thank you. You know, as I said outside, he's been a wartime prime minister, and we were, well, I guess I could say I was a wartime president in more places than just Israel, if you think about it. But Israel was a big factor, and we're with you, and we'll continue to be with you. And a lot of good things are happening in the Middle East. We have peace in the Middle East, and we're going to try and keep it that way. I think we will be very successful in keeping it that way. And you've been a great friend, and I've been a great friend to you and to Israel. It's been my honor. And the award that I was given was really surprising, very much appreciated.
Well, President Trump has broken so many conventions to the surprise of people, and then they figure out, oh, well, maybe, he was right after all. So we decided to break a convention too, or create a new one. And that is to award the Israel Prize, which in almost our 80 years, we've never awarded it to a non-Israeli. And we're going to award it this year to President Trump. This was announced formally over lunch by our Minister of Education, who's responsible for the Israel Prize. It's going to be awarded to President Donald J. Trump for his tremendous contributions to Israel and the Jewish people. I think it's such a fitting thing, and it would honor us, obviously, Mr. President, if you could visit Israel in that occasion, on our Independence Day. But I have to say that this reflects the overwhelming sentiment of Israelis across the spectrum. They appreciate what you've done to help Israel and to help our common battle against the terrorists and those who would destroy our civilization. So, again, that's an expression of thanks and appreciation.
Thank you, baby, very much. That really is a great honor. Any questions, please? We'll go pretty quickly because pretty much we agree on most of the things, and you would know what most of those things are. Please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to know if you and the Prime Minister talked about having Israel pull back its troops before Hamas fully disarms. I know that's been an issue. Did you push for that today?
Well, we talked about Hamas and we talked about disarmament, and they're going to be given a very short period of time to disarm, and we'll see how that works out. Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner will be in charge of that from our side, but if they don't disarm, as they agreed to do, they agreed to it, and then they'll be held to pay for them. And we don't want that. We're not looking for that. But they have to disarm within a fairly short period of time.
Is Israel withdrawing its forces?
Well, that's a separate subject. We'll talk about that.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Mr. President, do you have a message for the Prime Minister about the West Bank? And are you at all concerned that Israeli settler violence, could be undermining the peace plan?
Well, we have had a discussion, big discussion for a long time on the West Bank. And I wouldn't say we agree on the West Bank 100%, but we will come to a conclusion on the West Bank.
If I could ask, what is the disagreement?
Well, I don't want to do that. It'll be announced at an appropriate time. But he will do the right thing. I know that. I know him very well. He will do the right thing. Yes.
there is a growing fear of a confrontation between Israel and Turkey. How are you going to ease this tension given the fact that President Erdogan calls Mr. Netanyahu Hitler and compares Israel to the Nazis?
Well, I know President Erdogan very well, and as you all know, he's a very good friend of mine. And I believe that, and I do respect him, and Bibi respects him, and they're not going to have a problem. They're not going to have a problem. I know him very well. And you've seen me do things with President Erdogan and Turkey that nobody else could have done. We're not going to have a problem. He's done a fantastic job. I'm with him all the way. I'm with Bibi all the way. Nothing's going to happen. Yes.
Mr. President, are you concerned that Israel is not moving quickly enough to phase 2 of the peace plan?
Well, I'm not concerned about anything that Israel's doing. I'm concerned about what other people are doing or maybe aren't doing. But I'm not concerned. They've lived up to the plan. They're strong, they're solid, and sometimes they don't understand when somebody violates something that you want to give them a second chance. We'll give them a couple of second chances, but no, Israel's lived up to the plan 100%. Don't forget, we made the plan possible by taking out Iran. And speaking of Iran, I hope they're not trying to build up again, because if they are, we're going to have no choice but very quickly to eradicate that buildup. So I hope Iran is not trying to build up, as I've been reading, that they're building up weapons and other things. And if they are, they're not using the sites that we obliterated, but they're using possibly different sites. We know exactly where they're going, what they're doing. And I hope they're not doing it because we don't want to waste the fuel on a B-2. It's a 37-hour trip both ways. I don't want to waste a lot of fuel. Okay?
Mr. President Trump, just one of your last remarks regarding the pardon request of Prime Minister Netanyahu, Herzog office told us that you have not talked after the official request of Prime Minister Netanyahu pardon. Can you clarify to us, did you talk
Which
about
request
it?
are you talking about?
With the President Herzog, the Israeli President Herzog. Did you talk with him directly?
President Erdogan?
Herzog. The Israeli
So
President
you're talking about pardon?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got to say that. No, I think he's going to be in great shape. He's a wartime prime minister at the highest level. He's achieved tremendous success. And I'll say it, if you had 8 out of 10 prime ministers in his position right now, or before right now, maybe, you wouldn't have Israel any longer. Israel would not exist. I'd say two of them would, and 8 of them wouldn't. Those are not good odds. You needed a very special man to really carry through and really help Israel through this horrible jam. These are major factions, and it started with our negotiation with Iran. I think it probably started with Soleimani. That was really where you mentioned that today. It started with Soleimani, bad guy, doing bad things, hurting a lot of people, killing American soldiers and other soldiers. But it started right there, would probably be the starting point. And then from that point forward, but you have a wartime prime minister at the highest level. There could be other wartime prime ministers, but they'd lose. He won. And I think the people of Israel appreciate it. I think a lot of the people in the world appreciate it, actually. And because of that victory, we were able to get peace in the Middle East. If you had a different kind of a personality, if you had a weak person or a stupid person, and there are plenty of both of them, you would not have had success, and you might not have Israel. And you report for Israel. I know you're very proud of it. You do a great job. You might not have a job because there might not be an Israel right now if you had a different prime minister. That's a big statement, but to me, it's a very simple statement to make. I'm looking at Pete Hegseth, and he's sort of nodding. If they don't have a strong prime minister, Pete, you might not have Israel today. I think he'll go down in the record books. And, I was a big help.
Guys, listen.
Big help. Somebody made it.
I had the best cream Danish thingy. Coffee in my hand. Came around the corner and busted my tush. Got half my coffee on the wall. I only ate a part of the Danish. But we here at 3 in the morning. Do you go on OMTV? No. So it looked like ain't nobody really on here. Of course, it's this early in the morning. Just a couple trolls here and there. Big ghostwriter, man. What's up, Swim? Swim. Got them swimps. Man, it's unfortunate, bro. Like I said, I was coming back up here, man. I had got me one of them little white donuts. Had me a conversation with one of them vampires downstairs. I told you about this cappuccino they got. It's so fire. Real talk, bro. It's good. But, you know, me clumsy, coming up the stairs. I'm tripping, spilling coffee everywhere on the wall. I probably gotta go clean that coffee off the wall on my sweater. I had the little cheese donut in my hand, getting the donut all messed up and stuff. But hey, I'm trying though. Hey, for effort. Sam Christ says, "What's up? What's up?" Jake laughing. It's funny, ain't it? A for effort. A for trying, right? So what we talking about, y'all? You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all some latecomers. Talk about politics. We could talk about anything we want to. Y'all want to talk? We could jank. Y'all want to have a jank session? You know what I'm saying? We could talk about whatever, man. Jank on each other. Have a roasting competition. You know what I'm saying? Talk how big. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all want to talk about, we could discuss it. I've been live for almost an hour. Let me see what else I got. I had BB Netanyahu on in the background. So he came to DC. People had a lot of opinions on it. Sam Christ says, am I a Christian? Of course I'm a Christian. Most definitely. Me being a Christian I would say it gives me a bias for BB to like BB Netanyahu or to like Israel. But I still think that BB makes a lot of mistakes for the nation of Israel. I think he could do a lot better job of representing God's people. But if you ask me, do I overall support Israel? Of course I do. That's never changed. I don't see how it changes. I hear all the stories about Israel doing this and Israel doing that. It's just corruption from humans. You get corrupt humans everywhere. You got corrupt American humans. So guys, if y'all didn't know what we'll talk about right now, let me see if I could put this up real quick. Excuse me. My boy Sam Christ asked me if I was a Christian. I told him yes. He hadn't responded to that since. Are you one, sir? So, guys, that's the story that's playing in the background. CNN story.
That Russia is accusing Ukraine of attacking one of President Vladimir Putin's residences overnight. It's a claim that the Ukrainian President Zelensky strongly denies.
So Russia is accusing Ukraine of attacking
right now. Fred, you've spent a lot of time reporting
President Putin's personal houses.
Accusation?
This is all news, guys. Like I was gonna do, just come kick it with the stream, kick it with the chat. So I'm giving y'all news now, okay? So if you guys right now, if y'all look down below in the chat, the pinned comment, Ukrainian drones are challenging Putin's personal
region, which is fairly close to Moscow. Now the Russians are saying that 91 UAVs, drones, were used in this attack, that these drones were shot down, and that there are no reports of casualties. Now the Russians, of course, irate about all of this. Sergei Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, coming out and saying that the Russians are going to have to rethink their negotiating position, accusing the Ukrainians of terrorism. And the Ukrainians themselves,
somebody said $100
to react to all of this. In fact, Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine.
If you guys want to donate to the channel, your donations are truly appreciated. All you have to do is hit the button with the $sign in it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, your donations are truly, truly, truly appreciated. Swahilian brother. Hey, look, whatever nationality you in, it don't matter. Just have love for the things you're supposed to love and hate the things you're supposed to hate. And stay human and stay unified.
Ukraine, denying that the Ukrainians attacked this residence, claiming
he said Swahilian.
Discord between the United States.
I know it's all kind of old-fashioned, but you know what I'm saying? People wanting to come get my analysis and everything. I'm just giving them news stories right now.
In Mar-a-Lago yesterday.
So next coming up, I'm gonna give y'all that what Bernie Sanders said about artificial intelligence, the AI warning. This from my late nighters, man, who want to come get some political analysis, man. Tap in with the news.
So are they?
I want to give y'all a whole news story, but it ain't gonna be today. It's gonna be tomorrow. Because I got a lot of work to do, guys. A lot of work still left to do. But I'm still live with y'all 24 hours with Big Ghost Rider. What y'all got to do? What y'all got to do?
From the U.S. side as well. One of the senior envoys of the Russian
what y'all got going, Big Babe?
have called these talks vital for peace, but it's unclear how much closer
24
the
hours
sides
with the
really
ghost,
are to
baby.
reaching some sort of agreement. One of the things that Volodymyr Zelensky,
24 hours with Big Ghost,
is he said that more than 90% of the sticking points he believes
I'm
have
a
been
fat
sorted
boy,
out,
baby.
that there are still two key issues that have not been sorted out. One of them is the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, one of the biggest power plants, nuclear power plants in the world, currently held by Russia, but the Ukrainians obviously saying that this is their power plant, and what to do with that is still being sorted out. But the main issue remains the issue of territories, and if and what territories the Ukrainians would have to cede to the Russians as part of any peace agreement. Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukraine's president, saying a referendum would be necessary in order to do that. However, he also says that for a referendum to happen, they need a 60-day ceasefire. The Russians are saying that is absolutely not going to happen. They believe that the Ukrainians are going to regroup, so it's going to be very interesting to see what President Trump and Vladimir Putin spoke about in that phone call and whether or not any headway was made in that regard, Wolf.
All right, Fred Pleitgen reporting for us. Fred, thank you very much.
I want to just get your take on something that Fred Pleitgen, our reporter on the ground there in Berlin, mentioned. This idea that the Ukrainians believe that this is Russia's attempt to sow discord between the US and Ukraine. Also, they're using it as a pretense potentially for more attacks, and then also another pretense to get out of this potential peace plan. What's your take on that? Is this sort of a ruse, an excuse by Russia to try to wriggle out of this peace deal?
I think that's very possible, Zayd. I think Fred's exactly right. These
man,
are,
look, on 24 hours with Ghost, man, I'm telling y'all, man.
In the past, they try
y'all
to
kicking it with me the whole 24 hours, man.
They will take an incident that may or may not have been a direct attack on the residence of Vladimir Putin, one of the residences of Vladimir Putin in the Novgorod region.
I'm gonna get y'all some great content, man. Some great content coming, y'all. So stay kicking it with Ghost, man.
To its intended target, that's one possibility. The other possibility is that it was a false flag operation, at least that part of it, that the Russians were using that. And
oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
To go after, make it seem as if there's a Ukrainian drone, but it was really one of their own that they then shot down conveniently. But there are a lot of different things that we don't know yet. So there's obviously some degree of speculation here, Zane. But I would definitely say that the Russians have had the tendency in the past to try to wiggle out of these negotiations. They believe they have the military advantage right now, and they're going to do whatever they can to prosecute that advantage to, in essence, gain more territory in Ukraine, to gain a more advantageous negotiating position. Those are the kinds of things that they're seeking, and they think that they...
So basically, I was playing, you know what I'm saying, CNN, them talking about what's going on with Russian negotiation position and the war in Ukraine. I'm thinking in Ukraine, I mean, we've been saying this for a long time, but I'm thinking we're still at least a good solid 16 to 20 months out from any kind of peace negotiation of substance, lasting peace to be on the table. So don't disparage at President Trump and them or hate on them or talk down on them, because as long as they're actively trying to achieve peace. But realistically speaking, guys, we in the know, and you could be in the know, can know that they're a good year and a quarter, year and a half away, possibly even 2 years from getting peace. But you'll never get peace unless you work on peace. That's what he did with Israel too. It took him a little while. So continue to work on peace, but it's going to be a while before we get to peace. So next, what we're going to talk about is we're going to look at Senator Bernie Sanders. He has an AI warning for you guys. So we're going to get an AI warning for Senator Bernie Sanders. Somebody telling me to get a job, but they must not have been listening to how much but they must not have been listening to how much work I told them I have. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no more work, man. Please don't be telling me to do more work. I got plenty of work. Plenty of work. I promise you, plenty of work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it right now. I'm just on live streaming with you guys right now. I'm not doing the work that I should be doing right now. Oh, don't worry about it, because they going to get it in the morning. All it is a notice of rights. They going to get it in the morning. Trust me. They going to get it. I just, let them take your time with it. I mean, because I still got to go and I got to print it and, you know what I'm saying, still got to get it. They going to get it. I just, let them take your time with it. I mean, got to get it perfect, you know what I'm saying? So before we get to that, you know what I'm saying, we might as well do 24 hours with Ghostwriter. Maybe I'll take y'all in there with me while we getting on their forehead. You know what I'm saying? So, man, right now, like I said, I promised I was going to say, I was going to play for y'all what Bernie Sanders said about AI. You know what I'm saying? So we doing the news a little bit different this morning. Y'all can stop me at any time. Super chat, super thanks, super stickers. Hit the button with the $signs in it. You know what I'm saying? Drop your comments below in the comments, man. I'm jumping down there with you. What's up, Angie? What's up, Scon? You know what I'm saying? But this right here, State of the Union, Jake Tapper. Bernie Sanders is saying the obvious, what we've been saying for a minute.
Rise of artificial intelligence or
millions of jobs will be taken by AI.
Out of work.
Don't take my word for it.
MIT found that AI could replace 1/10 of the U.S. workforce.
Bernie
right
Sanders.
Now, my next guest says it is long past time for Congress to act. Joining us now, Independent Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont. Senator, you are not known for mincing words on any subject, and you certainly haven't minced them about what you call the unprecedented threats posed by AI. What are you most specifically fearful of?
Fearful of logic. This is the most consequential technology in the history of humanity. It will transform our country. It will transform the world. And we have not had in Congress, in the media, and I'm glad you're doing this show, or among the American people, the kind of discussion that we need. Some examples. First of all, who is pushing this revolution in technology? It is the richest people in the world. Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, Bezos, Peter Thiel. Multi-billionaires are pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into implementing and developing this technology. What is their motive? You think they're staying up nights worried about working people and how this technology will impact those people? They are not. They are doing it to get richer.
One thing I always loved about Bernie Sanders, man, Bernie Sanders always keeps it real, bro.
What does that mean for all of us?
You know what I'm saying? Bernie Sanders always keeps it 1,000. He always has. He always
into the technology says, quote, AI and robots will replace all jobs. Working will be optional, end quote. Bill Gates, hundreds of billions of dollars into this technology.
I agree with that too, bro.
Humans
sound
won't
real
be
to me,
needed
man.
for most things. Well, I got a simple question. If there are no jobs and humans won't be needed for most things, how do people get an income to feed their families, to get health care, or to pay the rent? There's not been one serious word of discussion in the Congress about that reality.
That's not even coming from Ghost, man. That's coming from Big Bernie himself, straight from the horse's mouth.
Spending an enormous amount of time with AI. There are kids who are now getting most of their emotional support from AI.
Yeah.
If this trend continues, what does it mean over the years when people are not getting their support, their interaction from other human beings, but from a machine? What does that mean to humanity? And maybe last but not least, I did a symposium at Georgetown with Jeffrey Hinton, who is considered to be the godfather, Nobel Prize winner of AI. He thinks that AI is soon going to be smarter than human beings. So the science fiction fear of AI running the world is not quite so
science fiction no more.
As people may have
it's
thought.
Becoming real in reality.
That are out there.
On the subject of the replacement of millions of jobs, I want to play something that the CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai, said last month about that topic.
AI is the most profound technology humanity is ever working on, and it has potential for extraordinary benefits, and we will have to work through societal disruptions. It will create new opportunities. It will evolve and transition certain jobs, and people will need to adapt.
Now, the way he talks about it is, this is happening, and we, humanity, need to figure out how to adapt to it.
Right? While they make huge amounts of money. Yeah, I think one of the things I think we need to do, and right now, among many other things, we're seeing data centers sprouting all over the country, raising electric bills for people in the communities, etc. I think we need to be thinking seriously about a moratorium on these data centers. Frankly, I think you got to slow this process down. It's not good enough for the oligarchs to tell us it's coming, you adapt. What are they talking about? They're going to guarantee health care to all people? What are they going to do when people have no jobs? What are they going to do? Make housing free? So I think we need to take a deep breath, and I think we need to slow this thing down. One way to do it.
I've been telling y'all about that for a long time, guys.
CEOs would no doubt say,
real talk, you can't hate if y'all pay attention to the content. What y'all hear Jake Tapper having that interview with Bernie Sanders. I've been telling you guys about this for a very, very long time. Now, Next, guys, what
You're
I want to talk about.
Stifling entrepreneurship and innovation.
Y'all give me
Well, I
just a
look at it a
second.
little bit different. And I think as a
So
nation,
in the
as a
world
world, we have come
sphere,
to-
or in the sphere of the world of the, I would say, MAGA pundits, I should never ever give credence, to someone bashing another MAGA pundit, especially Candace Owens. But I'm about to type y'all what we finna play next. Let's see. Now, guys, if you don't know, I like Candace. You know what I'm saying? I think she is very interesting. I think she's a great streamer and everything like that. But if you guys did not know, Ellis Jones, he's been taking the shots at it. So that's what we're looking for right now. All of the things that Ellis Jones have been saying about Candace Owens. Guys, welcome to League Wars Live. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good night. What you're getting today or tonight is 24 hours with Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying? You seeing me bringing you guys news stories, but, in a different way. And instead of expounding on long news stories, a lot of these people like this platform, I bring you very short 10-minute, 15-minute news discussions. Right now, we're talking about Ellis Jones. If you guys don't know, he's on MAGA's side. He's like one of them. We're talking about Candace Owens.
I'll just say it. Candace Owens is the new queen of black-pilled Q. It was white-pilled, insane Q that thought everything was fine and get your popcorn. And now the dark Q has risen. I don't say that because she's black. It's like Fuentes goes, Jones is more hardcore now. He's dark Jones. Oh, dark Knight, dark Spider-Man. No, it's literally Dark Q. I dub her the queen of Dark Q, the empress of Dark Q. You got the QAnon, you got the Blueanon, you now have Candace on. I remember saying to them, I said, I got to investigate her now. I got a bad feeling. I didn't have a bad feeling. God gave me a good brain. I already knew. I dropped the ball. I apologize. She's a globalist agent. Does you want a war? I want your war. I want it all. I want the doxing. I want the lies. I want the attacks. I'm going to take you on because you are for the deep state.
Ellis Jones says she's a globalist agent, y'all. Look, so Candace Owens, is being sued by the French president and his wife, Brigitte, because she said Brigitte was a man. That don't sound like a globalist agent to me. You see what I'm saying? So let's see what else Ellis Jones is saying about Candace Owens.
The Democratic Party of the CIA and MI6, and I see your ass.
She works for the Democratic Party, the CIA, the MI6, and he sees her. Ellis Jones, this is what he's saying about Candace Owens, It don't matter if some of the things he's saying be true, but people don't never take you serious. They take you as a non-serious guy. That makes Ellis Jones like he's comedy. Like they take him like he's comedy. He's got a bunch of personality. Rah, 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 rah. You get a whole bunch of views, a whole bunch of people watching him. But is he really serious, y'all? Will y'all really listen to Alex Jones and trust anything Alex Jones is saying about the news or with the news or pertaining to the news? And that's what they're talking about. But yet and still, he's getting at Candace Owens because she's just questioning some very legitimate questions that I would be asking myself about Turning Point USA. And particularly about the widow of Charlie Kirk. That's the first person you question is the person's widow, Charlie Kirk's widow. You know what I'm saying? I would be questioning doing what Candace Owens is doing too. So what's Candace doing wrong?
Let me give Candace Owens a little newsflash here. Bitch, you don't can sit up there on some hill and tell me who ate the cabbage. You have the left boosting you, the left loving you, the left promoting you with your royal husband, who we're about to expose. So get ready for that, George.
Damn, Alex, that check must have cleared quite well, sir. You were her ally, Alex, just a few days ago, all on the anti-Trump thing and talking about how the Epstein stuff was all just horrible and you don't know what's going on, but you know that your leaders are now corrupt. Then all of a sudden, yeah, Alex, it is my opinion, brother, that a check has hit your bank account. That's my opinion, Alex.
Probably so.
Put it up, fool, man.
Probably
this
so.
Is interesting.
Y'all know
Alex
they all be getting money.
His ally, at least once upon a time, fellow far-right conspiracy
They
theorists,
all depend on each other. It's all about the money. Money is the root of all evil.
Quote, the Empress of Dark Q. No racism here at all. There's more. And arguing her various conspiracy theories surrounding Charlie Kirk's assassination are all nonsense. Y'all, this is the pot calling the kettle black, and I don't mean to be racial in that connotation.
So basically,
Alex Jones,
what this man behind us, what you're hearing him say basically is that Turning Point USA and Charlie Kirk's wife paid Alex Jones to go after Candace Owens. What you guys think about that? This Morning News with Big Ghostwriter got a bunch of different stories coming at you right now.
Who lost everything, including his wife, because of conspiracy theories and some alcohol, I believe, is saying that Candace Owens' conspiracy theories are just too much to stomach. The man who claimed that children who had been killed in a mass shooting were actually alive and the cameras were lying, and lost his empire because of it. This same individual
lost his whole empire.
Is saying that Candace Owens
lost his whole empire. Conspiracy theorists. They don't care. Anything.
Quote, I dub her
That's anything
the queen
for
of
clicks.
Dark Q, the Empress of Dark Q. You got the QAnon, you got the Blue Anon. You now have the Candace Anon. End quote. He would also accuse Owens and her husband of being MI6 operatives.
Come on, man.
Okay, hold on.
You can't listen to a grown man saying some nonsense like that.
He done called this woman the B word.
Guys.
He really must have got a great check. He calls this woman the B word, goes all out.
Bro,
Owens would respond to Jones by posting, quote, Alex Jones telling his audience,
guys, I had to let that ride. We can't listen to that nonsense. We can't listen to that nonsense. Alex Jones going off on Candace Owens. I don't know what's going on with this MAGA infighting, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I felt like we had enough of that nonsense. We had another story to talk about right now. What y'all want to talk about? What we talking about? y'all know Anthony Joshua, right? So he's a big time boxer, little dude. Anthony Johnson. If you guys don't know him, they're gonna tell you about him. I'm not gonna tell you the news. Yep, I knew you would know him. Gotta try to get everybody to get something in here about. So y'all, he was injured in a fatal car crash, and would you think that's very interesting after a fight he recently had? And I'm not gonna be a conspiracy theorist though. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, I was just talking about all Candace and Ellis Jones and them being conspiracy theories, but Anthony Johnson is pretty famous. You know what I'm saying? He just fought Jake Paul. He's been fighting a lot lately. So let's listen to Anthony Jones. Let them tell you who he is and what happened.
Area just confirmed that British professional boxer Anthony Joshua was involved in a car crash that claimed the lives of two people. The boxer was rescued alive and sustained minor injuries. The crash involved a Lexus SUV and a commercial truck. A total of 5 adult males were involved. Foreign correspondent Maggie Rulli tracking this for us. So Maggie, what do we know about how this crash happened?
Hey, Elizabeth. The highway where the crash occurred in Nigeria is known as one of the deadliest roads in the country. Local officials say that the primary causes of this crash were excessive speed and wrongful overtaking. Led to the car Anthony was in, a Lexus Jeep, to crash into a stationary truck on the highway. Now, the accident happened around noon on Monday. Rescuers say they were on the scene in just 3 minutes and were able to evacuate people trapped inside the vehicle, including Anthony, who miraculously walked away from the accident with just minor injuries, which, Elizabeth, is truly incredible. When you see some of the footage of this car after the accident, shows the entire front of the vehicle was destroyed, the car's doors ripped out, and the roof smashed out of place. Amazing that he was able to walk away like that, Elizabeth.
Really remarkable, Maggie. We know Anthony Joshua is an ex-boxing champ. This is a pretty big deal in the boxing world.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. If y'all seen that car, if you seen the car that he got out of, and he's looking like a gladiator. You know, sometimes you be questioning all these, you know these that end up making the person look like a superhero. You know, some of that for Hollywood. You know, they be adding a little extra, read all about it. You know how that goes. You know, but I don't know. It probably was a true story. He probably just really got in a wreck or whatever, and the media take it and blow it out of proportion just a tad bit. You know how that goes, guys. Good morning. Good morning. I ask if you have not liked the video, you'll double tap the screen for your boy Big Ghostwriter. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed, and hit that notification bell. I'm giving you guys various news stories today, this morning, this afternoon, this evening, from all across our world. Okay, so we could get into some sports a little bit. But before we do that, you know, I have to do this. He said, I'm also high, bro. Janssen Frimpong. What's up, man? I know y'all didn't like the video. I need some of y'all to donate to the channel, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do on YouTube. You know, it's December the 30th, 2025. I believe I gave y'all a great year, man. You know what I'm saying? If you guys follow the content, man, like right now I've been streaming for 78 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Within the last, I would say, day, I've been streaming for 7-8 hours. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep streaming, you know, all the way streaming to the new year. You know what I'm saying? From all over what my voyages that I have to take right now, because I'm about to have to get out of this hotel room right here. You know what I'm saying? Well before 6 o'clock, for about 5 o'clock. Not because I got to go, I could come back, but I got business to handle. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely got to go handle that business. Somebody, Manny Main, I see you with those laughing emojis, but you sitting comfortably in your house in the same town that you've been for your whole life. You know what I'm saying? You saying I'm selling ice. I'm not selling no ice, boy. I'm a justice fighter, boy. This big ghostwriter. Listen, you can ask my sister. My sister said, that boy go everywhere he go with him, and he ain't gonna have nothing. He gonna lose everything, but he gonna have that blue folder. And the gist of that blue folder, on the outside of that blue folder, you'll see that. I apologize to Elon Musk, but let me see. Where is it at? Okay. We're gonna just redact that. We're gonna apologize to Elon. We're gonna redact that. This is an appeal I won in the U.S. Court of Appeals. You guys know anything about appeals? They gotta be color coordinated folders. So my sister's telling me, or whoever's telling me, all you gonna have is this color coordinated folder. All you got is my name. And at this time, my car got towed. I'm finna go get it. All I have is this color coordinated folder, but it's not just this folder about that old appeal that I won. She don't realize I decided to build a whole nother business out of this folder. You know what I'm saying? This is in the Southern District of Mississippi. This is a real live lawsuit. Real live lawsuit. 14 days. 14 days. It's coming alive. We in full litigation. Let me see. That was filed in the same case. I filed an appeal with Social Security. Yeah, don't forget it. I ain't forgot it. We're going to be on that real soon. Ghostwriter, all his cases moved through at one time, boy. It's like that business. I don't have a tickler system. That's in my head. We closed out cases. Closing out cases and getting paychecks. You know what I'm saying? She talking about a blue. You see how she clowning on me on the blue folder? I'm a hustler. This blue folder, you give me a blue folder and a computer and a cell phone. That's all I need. I'm going to take that blue folder. I'm going to make that blue folder do what it do. Put this in this blue folder, bro. You know what I'm saying? I go to any state with this. I don't care what your state is. You talking about 2 years as a paralegal, it's official. In the state of New York, bro, I be goated. They seen me work. They seen my work in New York. You know what I'm saying? University of Southern Mississippi, I want you to pay attention to the GPA, though. You got to pay attention to that GPA, though. You have to. You got to pay attention to that GPA, though. Career GPA. All them legal classes I got, career GPA. You know what I'm saying? The career GPA. You know, all those other classes y'all be doing, y'all might be doing good on them other classes. Ghostwriter might not be good on them other classes. Your little algebra, your little calculus, your little trigonometries, or whatever your little smart, nerdy nerds, your smart, nerdy nerd yous be doing. But all I know is about to do with that law. And getting that money from you easily, boy. You know, because I'm a paralegal. I'm a document preparer. I ain't no lawyer. I ain't going to be trying to go. But if I have you put me in that courtroom with this mouth if you want to, good luck. But I want to show you up in here, boy. Yeah, boy. Sis making fun of this blue folder. Don't give me no folder talking about getting no money now. Because then we had to come over to these people. And now these people, you know, I ain't trying to be disrespecting the court and the judge, but if you want some peace, boy, if you want some peace, because if you don't want no peace now, I'm ready to go to war. I'm talking about 5 years. The next 5 years, I drag your name through the mud. We ain't even got started. The judge said to be quiet, so I'll be quiet. I keep it down just so I could keep that respect with my man for right now. But in between classes, and then that Sleepy Hollow, I got you on the computer. Plus, you hadn't even finished writing your damnation. So I didn't even finish getting Sleepy Hollow. It's on y'all, bro. It's on you, Volume 2. Y'all thought it was on me. Nah, it's on them, Volume 2. It's on you, Volume 2. Elon ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Man, Elon ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Elon my dog, yeah. Where my clothes at? See, they got my clothes in my car, man. Elon my dog, boy. Elon ain't got nothing to do with none of that. So we finna talk about Jasmine Crockett right now, y'all. Y'all put them hearts down below if y'all love Jasmine Crockett, man. I don't care. Y'all can head on Jasmine if y'all want to. That's my baby. Yeah. Jasmine Crockett. Some Jasmine Crockett audio, y'all. Man, he said play Granny House by Twan Love, man. He's so funny, bro. Jasmine Crockett audio, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning, wherever at in America you from. It's your boy Big Ghost Rider, man. You are now chilling.
You've been campaigning since December 8th officially now.
Not even 2 weeks old. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to first just ask,
We love you, Jasmine. We love you, Big
Was
baby.
it what you expected?
I don't know what I expected, to be perfectly honest. I will say that if there's been any surprises, I did not expect to be attacked immediately. That's probably the biggest surprise. But as it relates to the part of campaigning that I love, which is the people, that's actually been overwhelming. Obviously, I serve in Dallas, and so my base is right here in Dallas County. And so, you know,
I know I see all them Jasmine hearts. You know I gotta talk about my baby
But
girl.
to be in Houston, Texas,
That's my baby.
and to have people be so excited and want pictures and really be encouraged.
I used to say that about VP Harris. Jasmine took over. Jasmine, my baby. She's like numero.
Today, so for
Come on, man. Start. I'm gonna put it on the last.
word, an area that I've never seen.
She's so real,
to
man.
have kind of the same reception.
She's just a real down-to-earth female who cares about you,
right?
you.
The theory of my case
You
has
from
always
Texas,
been that
she
we could
cares
expand
about
the
you.
electorate. We could get people
If you're
that
from
normally don't
Texas,
participate
she'll
in politics
fight for you, bro.
to be excited
I promise.
about getting involved.
She'll fight for you.
And so
She'll
many people
fight
said
against
over
the
and
federal
over,
government
Democrats always
for
say they're going to expand the electorate, right? And so I think that there is a bit of cynicism around kind of my approach. But in reality, when I touch grass and when I see people, I feel it, and it comports with what we were seeing and kind of our way of trying to test to see if my candidacy would get some of those people that normally don't participate to get involved.
Right. I want to go into your background.
Yeah.
When you first got into public service, you were a public defender in Bowie County, Texas. That's Texarkana area for people who don't know.
Yes, East Texas.
What did that job teach you as a person, as serving the public?
Yeah, so it was actually my experience as a public defender that got me involved in politics in general. A lot of things had to come together, but overall, my experiences were what really drove me. And so my very first race for public office, the only one that I lost, was for a district attorney, and that was in Texarkana. And a lot of people were like, what are you doing? You're 28 years old, you're fresh out of law school, and you're running to be DA. And I was like, yes, because I can do better, right? I raised $7,000, and I thought, you can't tell me nothing. Like, I raised $7,000, I'm about to win this thing, right? And truly, it was God preparing me for my future. It was in that race that I learned so much about what it was to campaign and that kind of stuff. But the catalyst for me joining was I was representing a 17-year-old. And this 17-year-old, I got him on what we call a probation revocation. So he had been placed on felony probation for burglary of a building. His crime was stealing candy out of the concession stand at his high school. Now, I don't condone theft. But at the same time, I was like, are we seriously giving somebody a felony for burglary? I mean, when he goes to get a job in the future, it doesn't lay out the specifics of the case. It just has a charge. And I'm like, why would we give a 17-year-old burglary of a building? But unfortunately, some lawyer before me put him on felony probation. And when his mom was unable to take off work to go get her son from school, get him to the probation officer, they filed a probation revocation on him. It was all technical violations, no new offenses, no dirty UAs, nothing like that. It was all technical. And I had to represent him, and that judge gave him the maximum penalty of 2 years in a state jail facility. The next time that I saw him again, he was a full-blown, I don't want to call him a full-blown criminal, but he had definitely gotten involved in the criminal world for sure.
He advanced in the concession stand.
Correct, he advanced. And, I had actually gotten him on a meth case, to be honest. And I was like, where did you get this from? And he learned how to cook meth in prison. That is where he learned. And so I was just like, how did this help our community? How did this help our society? We took a kid who obviously, so unfortunately I'm not doing as much international.
So yeah, y'all, that's my girl Jasmine, my baby Jasmine. Guys, if y'all haven't liked the video, I ask that y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell. Guys, I thought about some good videos or some good comments I could bring to you, what you guys were interested in. You know what I'm saying? Current news stories. There's so much different stuff going on in America right now. What we want to talk about, what we need to talk about. So I think we could talk a little bit of sports. You know, it's so many different sports teams that you guys like. I want to talk about before we do that, can we talk about Nancy Pelosi, y'all, please? Nancy Pelosi was a part of Congress forever.
Whether you agree with her or not, there is no real dispute that Nancy Pelosi is the most powerful woman in the history of American politics. After a nearly 4-decade-long career in Congress, Pelosi will retire from the House after this term is up. We caught up with her in Georgetown to take a
history of American
look at her
politics.
remarkable career and to discuss her advice to Democrats going forward. The conversation starts with a look back at her very first campaign.
I wonder how...
I want to go back to the very beginning, 1987. You ran in a very crowded primary to represent
I wonder
San Francisco
how
in
much
Congress.
of this last part
that race was
she's going to be involved
What was that
in.
like?
Well, it was not any closer than we had anticipated. There were 4 elected officials in the race, and I had never run for public office and the rest. But I'm a big believer, and that's my Baltimore experience too, is you have to own the ground to win the election.
And ABC News interviewed you the day before the primary.
I see it as a race to represent San Francisco, and I think the issue in the campaign is who can do that job best. Effectiveness is the issue.
Your slogan at that time, as you remember, Nancy Pelosi, a voice that will be heard.
That's funny, isn't it? Isn't that funny? That I would become Speaker of the House, and of course my voice would be heard, but I never thought of that.
Along the way, Pelosi became the first woman to serve as party whip and the first woman to be minority leader.
Yeah, as you know, I'm not finished yet. I've been waiting over 200 years.
In 2007, the first woman to hold the Speaker's gavel.
The House will come to order. I actually never intended to run for leadership. That's what's so funny about this, because I love my committees, appropriations, intelligence, 30 years of intelligence while I'm there. And then we lost in 94, 96, 98, and then it's coming up to 2000. I said, being a party chair, I know how to win elections. And I'm just tired of losing.
Talk about your relationship with Trump, because there were some real defining moments and certainly some defining images. I mean, you stood up to him and his team in the cabinet room.
Yeah.
There was you're ripping up his speech in the State of the Union address, the Oval Office meeting with you and Chuck Schumer, where you really get into it with him.
I mean, that's like one of the main reasons.
Your advice to Democrats on how to handle Trump?
Well, let me just say this first. All of those incidents you mentioned were spontaneous.
Yeah.
We went to the cabinet room to have a meeting, leadership and the leadership of the executive branch on security and the rest. And it was a horrible meeting. I think those people must have been embarrassed. If you look at the picture when I'm looking at them, they've got their heads down.
Yeah, you see General Milley's kind of looking down.
But you know what I'm saying when I go out the door?
What?
I'm leaving here because I've had it with you, Mr. President. With you, all roads lead to Putin.
And they put that picture out.
Yeah, we're not even.
They put that picture out and said, "Crazy Nancy's unhinged" or whatever.
No, they didn't. A big favor. It was. I got more requests to sign that picture. People like the tearing up of the speech. I didn't intend to go to speech to tear it up, but the first part of it, I tore a page because he was lying, and then the next page, and then the next page. And I thought it was a manifesto of lies all throughout. So I better just tear up the whole speech. Now,
well, y'all, we saying goodbye to Miss Nancy Pelosi. We take some. We
things are definitely shaking up in Congress even before the upcoming midterm elections next year. Somewhere around 40 Congress people have announced that they will not be seeking re-election for their current seats in 2026, or that they will be retiring from Congress altogether. Some have ambitions to go on to other elected positions. Others have not said what their future plans entail. And perhaps nowhere is that more strongly felt than in the great deep red southern state of Texas. The latest of the bunch to announce their departure from the House is Representative Jasmine Crockett. Crockett is only in her second term in Congress, but given the current state of the Texas district map, Crockett has been weighing her options for months. Recently, she said, "Serving my current District 30 is where I to be perfectly honest." And other discussions came up as soon as it looked like they were going to decimate District 30. I still have some evaluations to make. And here's what she had to say back in August regarding the map.
This map does nothing but divide, distract, and depress. There is this idea that was put out there during his opening remarks that this does so much for Black folk. Well, let me tell you, as a Black person, it does not. Let me tell you that in this map, to be clear, y'all added two additional Anglo majority seats. Now, when we went through the 21 maps, you added 2 Anglo majority seats, and now you're adding 2 more Anglo majority seats. And then you've decided that you're going to hack and crack, and that is the language that I am going to use because that is the legal language. And I also just want to remind y'all really quickly that it does not look good when you take every economic engine out of my district and then tell me that I am supposed to sit here and be so happy because you added Black folk from a whole other community. When you want to talk about monoliths and whether or not they exist, this idea that you just take people and move them around. I have 200,000 people who were never in my district, and my district is 766,000. Playing move minorities around so that you can somehow claim that this is nothing but partisanship. The only way that you get here is by making sure that you trample upon the rights and the liberties and the voices of minorities.
She then goes on to discuss the specifics of the demographics in the state of Texas, but basically this place is far more diverse than the Republican majority
What's
here.
up? Love,
so let me give you a few facts about the state of Texas. The state of Texas only has 39% Anglos, yet somehow under this map, we are going to have somewhere near 60 something, almost 70% of these seats are going to be chosen by Anglos. If we were looking for fairness and to follow the Voting Rights Act, you'd have 15.
Okie dokie, that's Miss Jasmine Crockett, man. I came and rocked out with y'all for about an hour and 40 minutes. Got y'all the news. Now I'm going to try to get me a little nappy, then I'm going to have to get up and get to the business, man. So I appreciate y'all stopping in, checking in, man. I don't want to be passing out and falling asleep. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I got y'all on the live stream like I did earlier. Appreciate it, man. 24 hours with Ghostwriter at any time. Ghost gonna pop up with a live stream. I could be downtown in the city arguing with somebody. Who knows? Y'all just come check out the content. Thanks for the love and support.